In last week's video, after going through the ice with the snow machine and ending up in the cold lake, we decided then and there to buy a fan boat. This boat will allow us to get on and off the island during the shoulder season, where the lake ice is too thin and unsafe to cross by snowmobile. It is designed to keep us afloat if we were to break through thin ice, and then pop back up onto the ice when thick enough. Most of the lake ice is solid now, except the narrows, which tend to be the last to freeze over. Lando is still getting used to the airboat and doesn't quite know what to make of it yet. We had removed the grass rake from the front of the airboat for transportation, and now we are reassembling it. You go on this side. So one goes on the inside.
Oh, I see.
This goes on the
Yeah.
Already looks better.
Yeah, that gives us a compartment up front.
Yeah.
So the three washers on the inside?
Between
Between
nothing
the bar.
on the outside.
So bolt like this though, not bolt out? So not in probably?
The nut was in.
There we go. Got the bolt.
Get the other one on the outside.
The backlight is working.
Yeah. Are these tight?
I think so. Try connecting them a little more. Half the light bar. Oh no, it all does. Sweet. I want to do a night ride tonight maybe.
Tilt it up a bit. Although it's probably better the way it's got it.
Yeah, it's more what's in front of you all. That's cool.
It's really cool.
Probably drains the battery like nothing else.
Yeah.
But
Only when it's running.
Yeah.
Use it. Nice. A couple more bolts need to go in here.
just lift it a squeak.
The temperatures were dropping, and we could hear the sound of the lake freezing beneath our feet. So before bed, I put a microphone on the lake, and here's the sound I captured over about 25 minutes. The next morning, we woke up to what looked like the world's largest skating rink. So we've all been hoping for some snow to cover over the ground and that sheer ice that we had on the lake, and sure enough, yesterday and overnight we got a nice big dumping of snow. So first of all, we're taking a morning walk and just enjoying the beauty of it all. And now that's going to allow us to get on the lake a lot easier with the snowmobile and do some ice fishing and travel back and forth quite easily. We're still going to avoid the narrows probably till the end of January. There's a workaround that now has opened up, and we'll show you that route. That allows us to go from the big lake through a couple of swampy areas over some land. We couldn't go over the land before because it was there was no snow on it. It was just stumps and rocks and everything. But now with this nice blanket of snow, we should be able to use the workaround. So it'll be safe to travel and with the snowmobile, but we can also take the airboat anytime we want. We have so many options now. So we got plenty of snow. 6 to 8 inches in most spots where it hasn't blown around. So we're going to take the tarp off of the... Oh, Lando, you want to play? We're going to take the tarp off the fan boat and break it out of the ice. A guy that runs fan boats in Muskoka sent us a message. I think his name is Bill Sullivan. Thanks for your message about parking the boat on 2x4s or something, just to keep it a little bit up. Otherwise, it can really bond to the ice. We already had that happen before we got that message. It sat overnight on the ice and just froze solid, and it took us quite a bit of pushing to get it to start moving again. So we're going to do that today and see how that works. But lots of snow to play in. Let's see if we can pull it off, or
No, it's falling all over the place.
I'll go get the shovel. Wow, it's a lot of snow.
Oh, good morning, everyone. We are taking a walk together, enjoying this crisp morning air. It's about -17. Beautiful day and perfect snow. You couldn't ask for thick ice and perfect snow over top. So we're super happy.
The lake is frozen enough now that we can walk across it. Typically, our morning walk is around the island. We thought, now that we can, let's just go somewhere else, and Lando sure loves it.
Oh, he loves this time of year. From mid-January all the way through March is just his favorite time.
He can run full speed.
Yeah, deep, soft snow, so he's in heaven. But maybe he might have to get his boots on, but we'll see.
This afternoon I'm gonna get the auger and drill through and take a measuring tape and let you know how thick it is. Last time I measured, I did it with my hand and it was my full hand. But it's been cold, so I think it's even thicker than that. And I'll try to get a measurement of how much snow we got. But everything is snow covered and
beautiful.
Opened up. So the only spot we're staying away from is the Narrows still. Even though from the air, looking at the Narrows, there's no water showing. It's just talking to some of the locals, we're going to stay off it. Everyone's going to stay off it for another week maybe, and then it should be good for the rest of the winter. But there is a workaround, which I'll show you if I get time on this video, which I couldn't use when I fell in last week because there was no snow on it, but now it's fully snow covered, and so we've been able to make a trail in and out by going around the Narrows. So just so you don't have to worry that we're going to go for another swim. You can see all the snowmobile tracks. That's Pete. He's been out having a blast with his machine. When he came over, as you remember from last week's video, it was sheer ice and he was just spinning out. And he had to let it sit there with a cover on it for over a week. And then finally, yesterday or the night before, we got snow. And even then he went out and the snow was just sitting on top of that sheer ice, so he couldn't get any grip. It was just spinning. So he put it away for another day. And what happens is the weight of the snow, it begins to settle into the ice and then it binds to the ice, and that's the state we're at now. And so now he's got perfect grip, and he's just been ripping all over the place, just so excited to use his new machine. And it also makes a great way to really quickly get to the mainland and back. So the fan boat got us through that period where the Narrows were just wide open, cracked ice and open water. And so that's been great. And we'll probably use it from time to time, but mostly snowmobiles are the way to go in the winter. We park the fan boat until the spring. So in, what is it, the middle of January now, by the middle of March, 2 months from now, we're going to start seeing, a lot of water and ice beginning to thin out and get dangerous to traverse with a snowmobile. And that's when this fan boat will come into play for pretty much the middle of March and most of April. So that'll be nice, and it gives us a nice safe feeling knowing no matter what happens with the ice, we have all the different vehicles we need to be able to cross it now safely.
Lando, hey, you having fun? I think it's time to get his snow boots on. He doesn't like it. Normally he'll tell us when he wants them, but his paws heat up and then forms like ice in between his paws, and then you just hold it and melt it, and then he's fine. He's back running. It was quite the experience when there was no snow on the lake and it was just sheer ice. It was weird to go skating on it or, walking on it. It just felt so dark and deep all of a sudden. But the sounds were incredible. Like, it would wake you up at night. But now that there's snow covering the ice, you don't hear it. So it just kind of muffles it, I guess. That was quite the experience to just ice skate anywhere you wanted to on the lake. Lando and I are just gonna run to the boathouse and see if all the sleds are there. And we have like the runners install on one of the sleds, so it just moves along the ice and snow better. But yeah, so we're just looking for things like that. Straps, because we're going to be picking up another snowmobile, which will be nice to have too. And yeah, so this is the one I'm looking for. And yeah, so we put on these metal runners, and then it glides along it a lot easier. So this is the big one, and then we have a medium, and then one strapped like toe, so you can walk with it like a harness style, but it's really small. Oh, this one's big. This is the other seat from the other snow dog. And this is a sled cover, obviously not for this one. I think this is for the medium one. And then we have the cover for this one. Just pull this all the way back. Might have been easier to get. Actually, I might just set it out here. That's too thick to go down our forest trail. And then Pete Jr. can come pick it up. So much snow. It's so nice. All right. So I'm just going back to shop, and I'm gonna look for those runners, and probably the fishing hut. We have one that's more of like a tent style, and some ice fishing chairs. And not this weekend, but next. Caroline and Matt are hopefully coming, so I'm super excited. I hope I can cook a meal with her, go fishing with her, and probably yeah, just spend some time with both of them. But Matt's a pretty good fisherman, so hopefully we catch something and we can have a feast.
So this time of year, now that the lake's frozen and has a good layer of snow, is Lando's absolute favorite. And yesterday I brought home the snow dog and used the workaround, of course, didn't go back through the narrows. But Lando just loves running behind, or in front actually. He normally is in front of the snow dog. He's a little intimidated by snowmobiles. The engine's too loud and they go too fast. He won't run with a snowmobile, but the snow dog is about his pace. So I'm gonna take him for a little run and give him some exercise. Ready? Go, buddy. That's how we exercise Lando. Is that fun? You love it. You'd probably go again. Want to go for another rip?
He could probably go again.
He would,
Yeah. Oh, he's in heaven. This is awesome. I'm just waiting here for Pete. He's going to pick me up. Pete Jr. He took Pete Sr. over. And I don't know if you can hear me. But we have to use the workaround and not the narrow still. So it's still too dangerous. But we are having beautiful, really cold weather. And we're actually on our way to go pick up a used snowmobile. So I'm really excited. Found it on Facebook Marketplace and seems good. It's a 2024 Polaris. It'll do the job. We want it more for like towing things and kind of a workhorse. And so it'll be nice to have two, you know, faster machines. The Snow Dog is perfect for those icy days. And, you know, going over no snow, basically. But this will be fun. It'll be fun to go for cruises and tow a lot of stuff at one time. Dan can use it, you know, to go with Pete on adventures together. And yeah, it'll just be all around a good investment up here. I mean, I love the Snow Dog, but it just takes a long time to cross the lake with that. Where a snowmobile, you can do it in a lot faster, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you later.
Yep, see ya. Have fun.
Yeah. So we were all excited to have a second sled, but it keeps on bogging down, so we haven't made it far. It's probably because the guy rode it last year and the gas is probably no good. So Pete's just gonna try it out, or we gotta load it up, and I don't know what to do. Hopefully it's just the gas. That doesn't look good at all.
We'd have to haul it in.
The only thing would be like an injector or a spark plug, or it could be 20 different things.
Small enough tank. I just do it when I hit full throttle till it's wet. And it smells kind of like old stale gas.
So we offloaded the machine, and I'm always leery about buying used stuff because I'm no expert, but anyway, it stopped working out here, started chugging. We talked to Chris at the marina, and he's pretty familiar with small engines, and he seemed to think the sound of it was something in the fuel. Now that makes sense because the guy hadn't run it in over a year and it had old fuel in there, which could have had water in it. So Chris gave us this stuff called sea foam. We put it in there and started it back up and ran it for a little while, and it seems to have improved. But what we're going to do now is siphon out that old fuel, put brand new premium fuel in there, bit of sea foam to clear out the carburetor, or it's not carburetor, fuel injector. And let's hope that was the beginning and the end of it all.
No more adventures.
No more problems. Great, everything's well, we're going to take it out for the bait voyage. Let's try it.
What do you think, Lynn? Huh? Hi. Hi, you guy. You want to go running? Go, go, go!
We got wolf tracks out here. Looks like, whoa, is that deer tracks beside the wolf? I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Must be a decent sized pack. No, those are wolf all around. I thought maybe one set was deer tracks, but oh, they've been up here digging.
Yeah. It's like
peeing, marking their territory. Digging for something interesting, eh? Wow, so they hung out here for a while. It's a decent sized pack. They ran up this way too.
Yep. And I saw in that other cove over there, it almost looked like one rolled in the snow.
Wow.
Maybe they just got a squirrel or a rabbit.
Yeah.
That's what this was all about.
So we're seeing lots of wolf activity here, and some of the locals actually sent a text the other day with some pictures, which I'll show you, that there's been a lot of wolf sightings nearby. So they said make sure you keep Lando in at night. That's good advice. And they took down a deer up the lake a little ways. So
it's fun for your first ride on the new sled.
yeah, amazing. So glad that was just a fuel issue that we could resolve quickly, and off we go. This is super fun, and right now the conditions are insane, like deep powder. Nobody else has been up here. There's not another track other than the ones we made, so it's wonderful. A lot of fun. Let's go.
Yeah, it's definitely something hopping around with like bird life. It's all over here.
You see these, they look like wing marks. Looks like there was a struggle, and that was the end of that bird. Got devoured.
You think the bird got eaten, or was it an owl eating something else?
Oh. Well, there are tracks of...
Oh yeah, that's a lot of movement. There's so much.
There's like a wolf, or not, I don't know what that is.
Maybe a fox?
Maybe a fox, yeah. Wow. And if you look up there under the tree, a lot of activity there. After changing the fuel and adding some cleaner to the system, the machine ran flawlessly. Carol and Pete Jr. headed out for an evening ride, and Carol couldn't get enough of her new machine in the fresh powder. Feeling the thrill, she decided to put the pedal to the metal. Hey guys, it is snowing again here. We're supposed to get quite a bit tonight, but it's around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Carol and I are just going to go out, drill a hole, and measure the thickness of the ice, but also maybe put in a line and do a bit of ice fishing if the weather doesn't get too bad. We have our hut, but it's still up on a shelf in the shop there, so that keeps us protected from the cold and the wind. But we'll probably do that tomorrow. I didn't want to set it up tonight because it's supposed to get really windy as a cold front blows in, and unless you stake it down properly, that thing could blow away. We're just off, shore a little ways from the island, and we've caught pike out here before. It's a good spot, so we're just gonna set up here. She's thick, good solid thick ice. So there's good 10 inches of really hard ice. It's not the kind of ice that has multiple layers of, slush that thawed and froze. It's pretty much solid ice. So that's really good. It makes it safe. I know it's only been a week and a half since I went through in the Narrows, but a lot has changed in that week and a half. We got some really cold weather, and out here it was always thick. So the Narrows apparently are safe to drive through now, but we've been still using the workaround and probably will through this weekend and maybe start using it next week. We're supposed to get another polar vortex, so that will be enough to close it right up. So let's see if we can attract a pike. If not, we'll just have a great time out here having fun. So last week's video, which actually the filming of going through the ice was around January the 4th or 5th. It was a Saturday, I believe. And that was almost 2 weeks ago now, by the time this video plays. And a lot has happened in the 2 weeks. The ice has thickened up, as you just saw. We've gotten a lot of snow, which makes it great for snowmobiling. Some of you have said, wow, you're back out on the ice already. But like I said, it's been almost 2 weeks. And when you live surrounded in ice, you've just got to get back on the horse, as they say, back in the saddle and go. You can't be afraid. You have to be wise and smart and measure your ice and be careful, wear all your protective equipment, but you can't just sit in the cabin. So here we are, we're back on the ice. We've crossed many times over the course of the last week, going shopping and picking up Carol's new Speed Demon over there, her new machine and all that. So we've also talked with some of the locals, and they're out ice fishing with their ice fishing hut. So we're very confident that it's safe now, for which we're very thankful, because the second half of January and all of February and usually all of March, we'll be able to cross by snowmobile. And then in April, it'll be time to get the fan boat going again. Some of you said, well, you should reach out to the flotation company, which is Striker. They're called Striker Brands. And I thought that's a good idea. And I noticed they have an affiliate application on their website. So I filled it out, and I got an email almost immediately from the president of the company, who said, oh, I love your videos. Big fan of your channel and everything. We'd love to do something with you guys. So that's exciting. So we became an affiliate. So what that means is there's a link in the description below. If you're thinking about getting some striker gear for safety on ice and on the water, if you click on that link and make a purchase, then we get a small percentage of that. And it always helps. Every little bit helps. We're careful to only share with you guys products that we love. And Striker, we've now been using, we got them back in 22. We've used them extensively, and even to the point of falling in the cracking through the ice, and it's been great. And they're warm. You might see us out here in a bit of a blizzard and think, wow, those guys are crazy. But the funny thing is we're quite comfortable. Very, very comfortable, actually. So they're well made. So yeah, if you're interested and want to research them further, there's a link in the description. And by the way, about falling through the ice last week, me and my whole family, we just want to thank all of you for your kind comments and prayers and well wishes. And it just shows what a beautiful extended family we have through our YouTube channel. And we truly feel that way. You guys are all a big part of our family. And there's comments, that were so heartfelt. Carol or the boys or Caroline would be reading them and be almost in tears. So thanks again, and we really appreciate all you guys sharing our crazy adventure and our lives with us and being such a big part of our family. While we're talking about it, there's another product that we have been using since, well, way back. We have put Midland radios in all of our vehicles so we can communicate between the vehicles, and then the handhelds like this. This is a Extra Talk GXT. They're very powerful handhelds, and we use them a lot for, whoa, felt like something. No, something might have nibbled on it. I don't know. Typically, we've used them for overlanding, and the handhelds are great for, say, Caroline was up ahead with the camera, and she would say, okay, come towards me, or stop there, or whatever, give us commands. And it was super handy for that. But now we're at the lake, and we thought, you know what, we're carrying SATCOMs, but when we spend a lot of time just in the area nearby the cabin or within a couple miles of the cabin, a couple kilometers of the cabin, this is a great way to do some quick communications and get a hold of somebody. So it's a safety thing for us. Pete's making some dinner, and he said he'd give us a call when it's done. And that's, we have no Wi-Fi out here, no cellular service. So this is a perfect way to communicate. And Midland has been a friend of our channel for many, many years. And so they actually sponsor our videos right now. And for that, we're very, very thankful. We also have an affiliate link with Midland, which you can check out in the description of this video if you're ever thinking of getting some really powerful communication tools. My fish fell off.
Oh, did it take your bait?
It might have, yeah. All we've got is some frozen minnows. Not the best bait, but it'll do for now. The best is...
Hey guys, how's the fishing going out there?
Nothing yet, but having fun.
Sweet. Well, got dinner ready here whenever you guys want to head in and get some grub.
Sounds good. We're getting hungry, so yeah, we'll come in shortly. Sweet. Well, Pete's got dinner going, and we didn't catch dinner tonight, but hey, it's right out our front door. We can come out here anytime. And I think next time what we'll do, if we get a chance to go into town, the little sports store there, they didn't have them in, but they're called suckers, and they're bigger. And anytime I've caught pike through the ice here, it's been with live suckers, and they swim around, and it attracts a pike a lot more than just a dead minnow. So